So today we have special guest Yoshimura Sensei, who is an adjunct professor of landscape architecture at Kyoto University of the Arts, as well as a practicing landscape architect and urban designer in the USA and in Japan. His firm, Yoshimura Design Inc, has operated since 2000, prior to which he worked for Design Workshop in Aspen, Colorado, and Yoshimura Masonry Inc in Kyoto, Japan. He has a BLA from the University of Oregon and a BS in civil engineering from Kinki University in Osaka. He's taught with the University of Oregon, helping to lead the Kyoto program for 20 odd years, doing collaborative projects, including the Horikawa Canal, built, and numerous community projects. His landscape work includes Sophia University Campus Plan, Kyoto Station South District, Fukushima Kokoro Medical Center, Downtown Redevelopment Plan in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, Musashino Red Cross Hospital in Tokyo, Mito City Hall, Kansai University Campus, Osaka, and many other projects. He's also a registered landscape architect in Colorado. So I want to thank you guys all for coming. And in fact, also, I want to specifically thank Hasegawa-san, Matsunaga-san, and Hori-san for also joining us. So perhaps Yoshimura Sensei, you can go ahead and begin to introduce our additional guests as well.
Thank you, Alan Sensei. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. And then me and then Hasegawa-san, Matsunaga-san, Hori-san, we all participating in this class from Kyoto, Japan. And then hope you guys have maybe feel like having a little trip to Kyoto a little while for this 1 hour or so. And then so please let's enjoy. And when I heard from Alan Sensei that he is having a class is named as landscape medicine, and we talked about 6 years ago when we visited the Kyoto for the Kyoto program with the University of Oregon. We visited one area that is needed really landscape medicine, and then also they've been really tackling a lot of problems in that area with the landscape medicine. And then we thought that'd be a really great idea that we can share that our experience, and then also all the effort the local the land town planners are really working on for to restore the area. And then so let's take a little look at a little closer to the area. First of all, some of you probably know where the Kyoto is, but some of you not. And then so I'm just kind of showing you the starting from the map of the Kyoto, map of the Japan. Here's the Tokyo area. You see map okay?
Yeah, we could, well, not anymore.
Hang on a second. Okay.
Yeah,
And then do you see okay?
Yep.
Okay. Here's Osaka, Nagoya, and then Hiroshima is this way, and then Kyoto is right here in just a little valley. That's a little north of Osaka, and then here's a close-up the view for the Kyoto area, central Kyoto, this area, and as you see it, the Kyoto is surrounded by mountain range on the east, north, and the west side, and then opening the valley opener to the south side. Some of you, when you hear that the Kyoto, and you have some images on your head, things like the bamboo forest near Tenryuji, rock gardens in Ryoanji, moss garden in Saihoji, big gate at the Nanzenji, sand garden at Silver Pavilion, Ginkakuji. But those places, all those places are located on the edge of the town where this green mountain range is kind of starting from. And I like to show you the one on the map I got from City of Kyoto. This is a map the City of Kyoto produced to indicate where the important historical site and scenic district area that so the City of Kyoto is right in the middle again, and then all these are kind of marking an edge of the mountain. And then if you overlay this map on Google Map, then it becomes like this. So it's sort of obvious there's a link of the mountain range edge. It's called the ecotone. And then those are all the really important spots for City of Kyoto to preserve and protect historical areas and then views. And then today, I'd like to take you guys to the one area which lost some of the view of the the beautiful Kyoto, which this area, it's a Fukushima area. And then, but it is, as you see it, it's this subject area is a part of the range of this ecotone system of the Kyoto Valley. And then let's get it closer to the project site. This is the site, again, Alan and I visited 6 years ago. It's about 100 acres of the land, privately owned. And then City of Kyoto is this way. I mean, central Kyoto is this area. And it's about maybe 15 minutes driving distance from central Kyoto. And then located sort of the south end of the east mountain range of the Kyoto. And then you see it, this is a Meishin Highway. And then Fushimi is about this area. And then so there's a historical sites and everywhere and then along the edge. And then, so about 50 years ago, 50 some years ago, the problems started happening in that area. Problem has been observed, such as illegal dumping, illegal waste treating at the site, creating pollution of the air pollution, and then some other problems associated with that. It was happening. And then, so this area is, again, is a privately owned, the private property. But also this is, on this map, there's a development happening, but it is designated as urbanization control area district, which is, you can't really build the any development, or any development is not allowed to do that, but illegally happening there. And then also upper portion, the north side of the sort of the half of the area is also designated as a scenic district, which is, again, and development is a very strictly allowed. And then, so such as in the scenic area, such as, you have to have the permission to do any changes, and then you can't cut the trees and such as stuff. So it's the view is protected. But even though these area are in the restricted area, it is a development happening illegally. So this is looking back to the what is the area was look like before. Even before the illegal action was happening. This is the 1948 or 46, but illegal action was started happening in the 1960s again. So next map. This is, now you kind of see it. Some development start happening, and they're grading the land and start doing some activities. And then next map has a lot more happening. This area, as well as some happening in this area. And then this is about the maybe, yeah, this is like a 14 years ago aerial photo. And then you really start seeing lots of activities happening in all that area. And then here's a current view of what's going on in the north side of the area. And let's take a look at it as kind of ground view of that area. When you see it, this is the pictures from the trip I took with Alan 6 years ago. And then that time was still lots of activity was going on. And then these debris is coming from the demolished houses, and then also the maybe some unused automobile. And then so they stocked some waste here and then sort it out and then into the you know, particular items that they could recycle. But as some of these debris are burned at the site, open air burning, and then that creates a lot of the air pollution problems, such as smells, smoke, and then others to the neighborhood here. And then so, yeah, this is another view of the area, and they sorted out the stuff. And then this is a 6 years ago picture, and then you can still see some structure like these, but these are all illegally built. So City of Kyoto try to work on removing these structure away, and then these are picture. This is the picture from just a currently like current picture. I visited the site 3 weeks ago, and then it's been pretty cleared out a little better. And then so the site looks like a little bit cleaned up better, but it still has the big walls like this, so that the you can't see the mountain range well, even though there's a beautiful mountain behind it. And then the scary thing is you don't see what's going on inside of the other side of the fence. So I don't see anyone's walking by there. And then some of the trash like this happening in the creek. And then the other area, this one has been developed as a more like building the structures and then also housing illegally. And then so those structures are all not really permitted, probably not under the code. And then some of the housing, I mean the view of the housing, it's very poorly built. And the road is like this. It's very scary. And then when it's flash flood happening, and then the road is pretty it's not really accessible. It's a pretty it's a bad drainage, and then to wash it out the soil and stuff. That's the city of Kyoto has been working on it too. And the other site, this is a primary. It's a piling up the industrial waste site, and then the view of that site from the highway is like this. It's a pretty significant looking. It looks like a mountain or hill, but this is artificially built with all trash and industrial waste. So you can see it. There's a trees growing on the top of the mountain too, but those are all underneath of that. Those are all trash. It's on the other view to the trash hill. So after they City of Kyoto found out what's going on there from the local neighborhood people, they start making some actions, and then they decide to create some guideline for the developing the future development. And primary, they decide they see that some character of the place, and the north side of this half of the property is sort of the belonging to the Inari mountain range north. So they decide to have this area to be a little more restoration area. And then south half of the area to the highway is more like a development area, including housing, and then some of the maybe recycling business can be continued. So another view of the development is this is the Inari Mountain. So because of that, we keep this as area A to be restored. And then south area, it's sort of integrate with a neighborhood on the other side of the highway. This is residential area here. And then this can be a continuous operation of the recycling business. These assumption is not still set in stone yet. They're still figuring out what's be better for the future. And then again, they've been really working on this project for almost like 25 years. And then they currently they're trying to clean up the site so that it doesn't have a problem with the problems before, like the smells, and then the heavy traffics, and then some other illegal building structures and stuff like that. So those are pretty much not happening anymore. But now it's kind of staging of the thinking about what can be the next phase, which is rebuilding the community. To do that, they start also looking at the what's available to figuring out the site. And this is just one of the reference that they see they understand what has been looked like before. And then this is a picture of the painting of this Fukushima Inari site. Fukushima Inari shrine is right here in the right bottom corner. And then this is a Fukushima Inari mountain. And then as you see it, there's lots of people, lots of going on, and lots of activities happening in the mountain, as currently happening as well. But like you see this mountain is very sacred. It's really belonging to the shrine itself. And our site is behind this mountain, right behind this mountain here. So it is part of the mountain. And then This is also the current picture of the mountain, the Fushimi Mountain, and then then also the mountain in the background, and then creek on the foreground. These are positive element of for the development. And then bamboo forest, which is also it can be really beautiful. Has this can be look like the picture I showed you on the minute ago about the Tenryuji forest. Fushiminari. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen this picture before, but this area is just right behind a hillside. So it's a part of our system. This is the Tofukuji garden done by the Shigemori, and then this is also the adjacent site. So they created some future vision of that site in the north area, the restoration of the land, as well as creating the landscape leading into the Inari Mountain behind. And then next area is the area B. Take a look at this. It's a low profile housing development, and then has greenery between them, and then good road system. This is also the image the city of Kyoto created. And then C area, last year's C area, which is the Trash Mountain area. And then they also created the image of this, showing that there is some activities of the continuous recycling business happening in that area, with a greenery, landscape between them, and then good road system. Now we can switch the gear to the Kyoto program. We took this area as our studio project, and here's the students participate in the Kyoto program, and Alan Sensei is here, and then Ron Lovinger is here, the Professor Ron Lovinger, and then so the program was 6 weeks program, stay in Kyoto, and then stay in a temple. We all live in a temple, and then we visited the historical site and learning Japanese culture, and then also some elements from architecture and the landscape. This is the Nara Nigatsudo visit. This is Koyasan temple visit. And then we learned from beautiful landscape from the past, but also we have a focus on what's current what's currently happening in the urban setting, and then some of the problems that we're facing from urban life, which is, again, this is 6 years ago, we visited the site with the city of Kyoto folks here. This is at the site. We took a walk through the site, even though it's really difficult to walk through the site. And then we bring all the ideas and then thoughts back to our studio place, which is in our temple. And then we work on the temple, and then on a tatami mat. And then this is our studio. This is another view of the studio. And then we work there, and then also that we present it, we have a discussion at the same temple. And then City of Kyoto, for the city planners participated in the discussion as well. So we talk about what we think this place can be, and then some of the potentials, some of the ideas. And then let's quickly look at the some of their proposals they put together. This group, north area, and then housing. I'm sorry. North area as a more preserved restoration from the Inari Mountain, and then west side has a housing area, and then east area is more like a industrial area, which is working space. So this group is proposing this area to become sort of the livable, workable, and then also beautiful landscape, so that they could do the life here itself. And then these three meeting spaces and the functions meeting in the middle with a central area with water. So this scheme seems like it's a really can be happening. And then it's maybe the self-sustainable itself. And then this is the sort of sketch to the north side towards the Inari Mountain. This views from industrial area looking towards the central area, and then the Inari Mountain behind. But it's a lot of green landscape between them, so it doesn't look like really a factory space, but part of the community. And the central area has water as significant sort of the icon, and then there's a landscape surrounding. This group, they're really interested in the purification with water, so that they try to really put the water to connect all the spaces together. Also the water as a purifying the land and then life itself. They show some of the concept of how they can, the process of how they can purify the water. Some of taking care of the contaminated the soil into the healthy condition of the soil with using plant materials, and then also the living. The other group, they were trying to really connect with the outside, not just to contain the only community itself, but a connection to the outside, so that they could work on this area with the help of the people in an urban space and other other neighborhood. And then so that there's a central space here, has all the living space and then the working space, but connecting with I think it's they were proposing like a tram system and to connect to outside, so that you don't have to really drive a car, but to get on the tram out, and then also the connection to the neighborhood. So some of the view of the connection to outside of the area, cutting the big opening under the highway so that it has a more connection to it, and then central location view, so that there's a living space to working space, as well as shopping, and then some of the activities, attractions that people can gather among the beautiful landscape with the water.
So Yoshimura Sensei, I need to interrupt you because we're almost out of time.
Right. Yeah, this is ending. Thank you. And then before maybe opening up to the discussion with you guys, I want to say this is a really kind of ongoing process, and then putting the trees is a maybe easier way, but working with existing landowners, stakeholders, people around surrounding the people been there, residents, is a much more difficult things to work with. And then that's what the city of Kyoto has been working this long years, and then it might take another 25 years to get to the certain point. But this is some just an opportunity for you guys to think about this place has been really terribly interrupted, but now you have an opportunity to become to create a new nice community here with the view with the thinking of the opportunities. And then so let's open it up to the discussion. And then, Alan Sensei.
Yeah, I wanted to note that I think that if I recall correctly, all of the student groups were proposing that everybody who is currently living in the space continue to be allowed to live there.
Right.
Is that correct?
あそこに今いる住まれてる方たちはそこに住む権利はあるということでしょうか。
そうですね。もともと建物が建てられない場所っていうのが、原則なんで、本来は住宅も建てられない場所にはなってるんですが、すでに住まれてる方が今現在おられるということで、その建物をこれから先も住んでいけるような形にするために、特に B の整備を誘導するエリアについては、合法的に整備ができるようなルールを住民の皆様が作っていくというふうなエリアという形で決めております。一応土地と建物の権利は持ってますね。
はい。
所有権は。
わかりました。はい。So even though that area is not allowed for the building and then, putting the structure and stuff like that for the housing, but they give them some exceptional allowance to continuously live under their guidance, following their guidance, and then some rules. So they're trying to work together to providing the housing for them to continuously live.
Do we have any questions from the group? First off. Okay, well, I have another follow-up thought and question. And first of all, I want to say, though, that Yoshimura Sensei and also our colleagues from Kyoto City government, just thank you so much for doing this ongoing work and also coming and sharing it at Berkeley, because I think that, first of all, it's not easy or I should say, it's easy for a city to celebrate UNESCO World Heritage Sites, but it's not easy for a city to celebrate a really complex site like this that has such a legacy of criminalization and exclusion and waste, and now is obviously the opportunity to transform that and transform the way the city takes pride in this kind of complexity as well. So I want to thank you guys very much for that.
アレン先生からはとても感謝されているのはその綺麗な場所だとか美しいところを京都のいいところを話するのは簡単なんですけれども、こうやってやはり難しいところの問題について取り組まれているところを学生たちとこうやって話できるっていうことに対してとても感謝しております。
I wonder if any of you can explain a little bit more about the relationship between making a space illegal, making actions illegal, like buildings and the removal of certain waste illegal, if that kind of demarcation of a space as illegal actually is related, as flip side, with the arising of this kind of opportunity to reclaim a complicated situation in a new way.
I think that's a great question, because I had an interest of that too, to how they transform that bad to the good. すいません。アレンさんの今質問は、今までこういう問題が起きて、悪い問題ばかりが目に見えてきた場所なんですけども、それを今度完全に変えて、今度いいものを作ろうとされているところの、お考えなどが、とても興味あるところだと思うので、そこのところを少しちょっとお話しいただければと思います。
この辺喋るのかな、こういうこと。
どういう考えで。そうですね、この、非常にすごく京都の自然環境とか歴史文化を守るすごく大事な場所なんですけれども、こういうふうに違法に開発されまして、我々取り組んでいるのはやっぱり、緑
エリアですと、緑豊かな環境を再生していこうということで、なかなかその地権者、所有権を持っている方たちだけの力ではなかなかそういった自然環境の修復というのができないので、いわゆる土地区画整理事業とかで、民間企業とかですね、そういったところを誘致しながら、資金面を確保して、そういった緑豊かな環境の再生を図っていきたいということで、いろいろと日夜、活動しているところです。
はい。So, they know all the what's happening in the problems, and then also they're also the good element coming from the Inari Mountain area to kind of integrate the concept to the keeping a good environment. But it's a problem is how they proceed this project, how they found the money to move forward with this. They said that it's a really difficult to only working with local owners to do this project moving forward. So that they have to kind of open the window to let the other people, maybe investors, some investors, or maybe some business owners, to bring some ideas, and then also the funding into the this project, as well as the subsidizing program from a city of Kyoto or any others to support the funding program. And then that's what they're trying to figure out now.
I wonder if the Kyoto program that you led was perhaps part of that process, bringing in a bunch of students, who are totally foreign, to that, not only to the neighborhood, but also foreign to the country for the most part, really offering new perspectives from a different angle could be part of that vision. And I think it's pretty interesting that, all of you have managed to collaborate to create a program, the Kyoto program, as it's called, where it allows opportunities for students from a wide variety of backgrounds, but particularly landscape architecture, urban design, to come to such a famous city and learn from the cultural relics, but at the same time, offer novel perspectives in a very grounded and very applicable and challenging situation. I wonder if that's part of this strategy of transforming, something that is seen as dirty, into something that is now, a sacred site.
Right. I agree with you. They probably really appreciated some of the ideas that we bring it in. It could be a crazy idea, but it can be really welcome. 今アレンさんがおっしゃったのは6年前にオレゴン大学がそちらに行っていろんなことを一緒に考えたことのように、こういった例えば今日の授業もそうなんですけど、アメリカの大学に限らないと思いますけども、大学生たちとこういうことを話したり、いろんなアイデアを出してみたり、それに対して難しい問題であるからこそ、いろんな変わったアイデアでもあっても、いろんなことが話し合える場がつくからこそ、もっと価値のある大きいものができるんじゃないかでしょうか。ですから、その辺についてはいかがお考えでしょうか。
そうですね。特に今現在ですね、B エリアのまちづくりに関しては、京都大学と龍谷大学の方の、大学の方の力を借りながら、学生の方も入っていただいて、いろいろまちづくりに住民さんと一緒に取り組むっていう風な形で、今、まちづくりの方向性として進めておりまして、いただいた学生とかのアイデアを使って、どんどんまちづくりを進めていくっていうのは、すごいいい意見をいただいたと思いますので、今後もそういった形でまちづくり進めていけたらいいなというふうに思ってます。
They agree with, this project should be working with some of the ideas and then from outside, which such as like a university, students. And then currently they have a relationship with students in the school of the Kyoto University and then Ryukoku University to help them some ideas of the proceeding of this project.
It's almost like the more the complex the situation, the more the opportunity it has to offer real, cultural and educational value. I wonder, just now's your chance. Thoughts, comments.
I guess this is more of a question for you, Alan, but what was in working on this project in the program? What was one of your biggest takeaways culturally in the ways that projects are carried out, thought about versus here?
Well, I have to honestly say, and this will be another compliment to, Yoshimura Sensei, but I have to say that way back before I had the opportunity to be involved in this project, my first formal experience with the landscape architecture program was with an earlier Kyoto program iteration back in, I guess, 2009. I think it was 2009 or 2010. And yeah, 2009. And it was really exciting to me because it was not that abstract. We had the opportunity to experience landscape architecture, learn about landscape architecture through watercolor painting, through being in these gardens. But then also we had the opportunity to be in the neighborhood and learn from people, shop owners, people from the city government, residents, about the issues in the neighborhood. And then we had the opportunity working in the temple, living in the temple, in Myoshinji, which is, one of the most famous temples in the world, monasteries in the world, and produce drawings that actually we presented to people in the neighborhood. And so it was so compact, like the ability to do design and have an effect all in one summer, that was really, it got me into landscape architecture. So you didn't know that I was going to say that, but I have to actually thank both Yoshimura Sensei, the city of Kyoto, and also, Lovinger Sensei as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for this opportunity. Let me just quickly tell them what you guys talked about.
どうぞ、どうぞ。
今、
Yeah, we're pretty much out of time, actually. Daisuke, so let's give a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you all very much for coming and speaking at Berkeley, and hopefully in the future, you can all come in person and we can do a collaborative project here, to say the least.
Yeah, well, again, thanks very much for this opportunity. And then I hope that you guys also maybe thinking about a little bit and what you could do during the, the college time, but also the soon as you're getting out of the college, you'll be maybe in Japan or China or who knows, you'll be out there and then working on some project like this. So it is a great time to think about just broadly about the what's happening out there, and then what's you guys need to really work on. We really need you guys to work on a problem like this. So good luck.
Okay, thank you very much. 本当にありがとうございました。またよろしくお願いします。すいません。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。